Calhoun is a bodybuilder. She'll be in Vegas next week for the Olympia contest. She's from really Central Texas, but is now living in Killeen, and she joins us on ESPN. Andrea, when did you get into bodybuilding?
2013. I did my first show, which was Texas Shredder. I kind of just fell into it, and then I got my pro card, and then after that, I just pushed to go to the Olympia this year.
How hard is it to get in a year from where you started to now to already be competing in this elite competition?
It is very hard because there's so many people just trying to get to the Olympia. Before you get your pro card, you have to compete in 3 shows, but you have to be able to qualify for nationals to go get your pro card. When I got my pro card, there was over 300 competitors. I ended up placing first in my class. And then now with my Olympia journey, it's been very stressful, but fun at the same time because I had a goal I needed to get to. Competing against the best around the world, so me being short was what made it hard for me. But I made it after 6 shows, because you have to get so many points to place in the top 5 among 200 IFBB pros around the nation.
Have you always been in great shape? Have you always been someone who was a gym rat?
No. Back in 2009 is when I started my fitness journey. I was very overweight. I was 35% body fat, ate donuts, burgers, always going to fast food. I kind of just found myself and got me a trainer. Doctor told me that if I didn't lose any weight, I was basically going to die.
And that kind of shocked you into reality, right?
Pretty much after a couple of days after it sunk in a little bit.
There were some other things that happened to you that probably could have made it even more difficult. Without getting real specific, you went through something that was just absolutely awful personally in 2009. Can you share a little bit about what happened?
Well, in 2009, I was raped, and that really kind of put a damper on me. I was really, really severely depressed. So that's mostly what started me becoming overweight. So once I kind of got over that after a couple months and went to the doctor, it just kind of was like, oh, wait, I'm going to do better for myself. I'm not going to let this stop me from being better.
And is that what drives you still?
Yes, because I've had so many people tell me my entire life, my childhood, even now that I'm not going to be successful. And now that I've qualified for Olympia, even just this, I've had family members that, oh, you're going to do bad, stuff like that. And people just in the society alone.
With what you were dealing with, what was the moment, and obviously the incident or the situation that you were involved with was the lowest moment you could possibly ever be involved with, but when was the moment the light clicked on other than the doctor telling you had to get off your butt and get yourself in shape? Was there something else that clicked, something else that kind of because it's easy to say, I want to get back in shape. It's easy to say, I need to start dieting, I need to start eating better. But, I mean, I've been not nearly anywhere where you were, but I've been miserable. I've been to the point where I just almost gave up on who I was physically, that I was just a fat slob and miserable and stressed out. And you meet somebody. In my case, my personal trainer, Christy London at Waco Regional Tennis and Fitness. Paul's going through something now in the last couple of months. What happened? Who was that person that really kind of gave you the kickstart?
My personal trainer in Temple, Isaac Shaw, he is the one that really kind of got me out of it, because he was the first one I went to when it happened, and I just was down. I think I sat in the dark for like 2 weeks. I didn't go to school, and then I talked to him, and he was like, Andrea, you can do this. And I was like, no, I can't. And then one day I woke up, I was like, I'm tired of crying, I'm tired of being depressed, I'm tired of being fat. I need to do something with myself. And to this day, even with school, I got my bachelor's degree, and now I'm in my my master's program in management.
Is part of it also the finding a passion, something that you're able to pour your energy into, that can make everything better?
Yes, because even working out is a stress reliever. I found fun in it, because I used to hate it, because I was big, my knee would hurt, my back would hurt. And when I became a trainer, that's another thing. I really want people to know that it can be done. regardless of your background, regardless who put you down, it can be done.
What are your expectations next week at the event?
I'm so nervous. I'm going to push for top 10. It's my first Olympia. It's the best in the nation that we all come together. So I'm going to push for top 10, first call out. Hopefully top 5, but I'm going to push for top 10.
Is what you do almost as much entertainment? Don't get me wrong, you got to get yourself in a position where you can be a part of these competitions. Is also what you do, these type bodybuilding events, almost in some cases entertainment as well?
Yes, especially bodybuilders, because they have routines, and the physique competitors. Just at Olympia alone, there's so many different vendors that we get to go to, and people get to just come together and meet all types of walks of life. So it makes it very entertaining.
Proud of what you've done and also what you've overcome, because there's a lot of reasons. We can always look for reasons to quit, give up, whatever. And I wish you the best of luck. Thanks for being a part of the show, and make sure you stay in touch with me. You got my number on how you do in Vegas, okay?
All righty. Thank you so much.
Andrea Calhoun of Colleen, who's going to be a part of the Olympia competition in Las Vegas late next week. She flies out, I think she told me, at the end of next week. She's been about as low as you can go. I mean, quite frankly, something that only a few people could ever even think about, where she's been, and a horrible situation that she's overcome as well. And, it interested me, and I'm not anywhere by any chance. I don't know anything much about bodybuilding, don't keep up with it at all. I remember, some of the competitions that I watched when I was younger, and I just never have had much interest in it. That's not the point. What interested in me is when she told me that when she was miserable and had reached a low, and this is before she told me about the tragedy with what she dealt with. And quite frankly, when you've been where I was physically, or Paul, where you have been, or when others have been, and then when others find a way to dig out of it, you almost feel like you're attached to them in a way, in some fraternity or sorority. This is ESPN.